Hi, my name is Randy Cooper. I'm with CDN Evangelist.com, and we're here today speaking with Martin Hayward. And Martin is the Director of Marketing for Mirror Image, and he's going to discuss a little bit about delivering content to mobile devices today. Martin, take it away.
Well, thanks, Randy. Thanks for having me on your show.
Well, thank you for accepting.
You're more than welcome.
I mean, I just, kind of want to understand in general. Most people, at least most people that are watching this and reading my blog, they understand what content delivery is.
Sure.
But how is it unique when it comes to mobile devices?
Well, it's very unique, and Mirror Image is basically, we've been doing this for 14 years, not delivering to mobile devices, but certainly we've been delivering content to all types of screens over the course of 14 years. We recently, back middle to latter part of last year, we announced a highly scalable platform as a service, and that platform as a service is what we call edge computing. And we have a framework, it's called Edge Computing Framework, that allows you to build many different applications on top of that framework. So some of those applications are mobile device detection, mobile device redirect, mobile device response customization, mobile geolocation detection, and a host of other things. So one of the ways that we detect mobile devices is through the user agent string, the user agent profile, and a third-party database which is called WURFL, and that's WURFL.
Okay.
And what the WURFL database has is thousands of mobile devices listed in that database, and tens of thousands of mobile device capabilities within that database. So we use those as well as other proprietary techniques to detect the mobile device type.
Well, that's interesting. Do you think that, because of the fact that when you're dealing with mobile devices, you've got a certain portion of that transmission that's out of your, shall we say, playing field, because of the fact that typically we understand the benefit that a CDN has in regards to buffering and latency, especially when delivering video. But how do we deal with the carrier side of that when we kind of go off net and onto an over-the-air transmission?
Well, we don't do anything after the antenna. So after the cell tower, and from the cell tower to the mobile device, there's nothing that we really do there. We leave that up to the carrier.
Sure.
But prior to that, we can handle all types of traffic and all types of content, whether it's streaming video to mobile, whether it's live or video on demand. We do it in all different types of formats. As long as it's an H.264 AAC encoded video, we can stream it to any screen, whether it's a gaming device or a mobile device. We can do that. The other part is something outside our realm, the telcos. We leave that up to the telco carriers to do that for us.
Right. Well, that makes sense. In terms of the geolocation, and we'd spoken about this on our last interview, and I find it extremely interesting, almost Big Brotherish. But how specific is that geolocation? How reliable is it? And how really is that performed? And I mean, obviously, you're not going to divulge secret sauce, but I'm kind of interested, from a techie perspective, how that works.
Sure, I can get into a little bit of the details there. We'll just hit the camera there. Hopefully, I didn't move it too far. Most mobile devices have the ability to reach out to a geolocation service, such as a W3C geolocation API. That's one of the techniques that we use, and there's other ones that are proprietary that I can't get into, but the W3C geolocation API, we use that to determine the location of the mobile device, and we take into account the longitude, the latitude, the altitude, and the speed of the device. And with that, after we get that information, then our customers, and we have hundreds of customers doing this right now, our customers can use that location and deliver a news item that's the latest news bit, or a weather alert could go to that device. If you're if you're serving up ads and you're in a grocery store, you can use the location of that device to serve up a coupon for a roll of Scott's paper towels and get your 75 cents off when you go to the checkout counter. Or if you're a Starbucks, your advertiser can then serve up an ad for 75 cents off a latte as you're walking down the street. It appears on your phone. Walk in the coffee shop and get your 75 cents off that latte. So it's very specific, cool. Very precise down to the location of that device.
Okay, that's really interesting. And one of the things is that when we talk about how diversified content is nowadays, and is because of the fact that we're trying to deliver to all these different platforms or mediums, screen sizes, shall we say, are there tools that you guys use in order to help tailor that content more specifically toward the end device? Because the last thing I want to do is just create one video for desktop, one video for tablets, one video for smartphones. Do you have? What's the end solution there?
Yeah, well, I actually did a little chart here to hopefully explain what we can do for that. So, for example, you're absolutely right, Randy. You don't want to drop the keyboard here on the floor here. You don't want to have to create different content for those different devices. You also don't want to create different websites for all of these mobile sites.
Right.
So typically what happens, and I hope you can read this chart here.
Sure.
So what happens is it's not typically desirable for companies to create and maintain a variety of mobile sites. So what they'll do is they'll create a generic mobile site for all of the devices. So in this case, the solution, or our solution, can detect whether the signal coming in is, or the request coming in is from a desktop or a mobile device. And if it's a mobile device, it redirects it to the primary mobile device site. And then we use JavaScript, and I won't get into all the details, but we can adjust the JavaScript and the content based on the capabilities and the limitations of the specific device detected. So if you remember, this is the user agent string, the user agent profile, and the Whirlpool database come into play here. And the solution can then customize the response for any of these devices here, whether it's an iPhone or a BlackBerry or an Android, based on the screen size, the resolution, whether it has touch screen support, whether it has streaming capabilities, what's the video codec if there are streaming capabilities, and a host of other capabilities for that device are all taken into account. And then we can deliver that content from this primary site to any of these sites by customizing the content.
That's awesome. And if you email me that PowerPoint, I'll go ahead and just blast that right, or whatever format you have it in. I'll blast it right up on the video when we do the post production on it.
Great. That sounds.
Do you have anything else for us today?
Well, I was just going to say that, I've been reading, we're in the mobile delivery space, and I've been reading a lot of analyst reports and research reports, and it's just amazing that these reports that I'm reading, they're predicting that we're going to be delivering, or not just us, but the mobile data traffic is going to reach 3.6 exabytes per month by the year 2014. And that's just phenomenal. And 34% of that traffic, if I remember the numbers correctly, 34% of that mobile traffic is going to be on US-based mobile phones. 29% are on European, and then the rest of the world make up the rest of the percentage there. So it's just an amazing time right now, and I think companies really need to think about adding mobile delivery to their strategy if they already haven't, because it's going to be phenomenal in terms of the content providers creating content for mobile devices, for advertisers, because advertisers that advertise on a mobile device, the person that gets the ad on their mobile device, they're 9 times more likely to click on that ad than they are on a desktop ad, because it can be location-based advertising, more specific to their location. So it's just a phenomenal time right now.
Yeah, and the interesting thing that I like about what you guys are doing is that is the essence of personalization marketing, yep, which is right up the alley of where everything's going.
Absolutely.
Barton, I want to thank you for your time today. You've been very informative, and look forward to speaking with you again soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Randy. I appreciate it.